When Emily married Daniel, she believed she had found the one person who would never betray her trust. For years, they lived what seemed like a perfect life traveling together, cooking dinner late at night, laughing over small jokes only they understood. Their friends often said they were the ideal couple, the kind people admired from afar. But Emily knew that even the strongest marriages held secrets, and sometimes those secrets became storms. Silent but destructive, it all began on a Saturday night, a night meant to be ordinary. Emily and Daniel were sitting in their living room, sipping wine after a long, exhausting week. The atmosphere was warm, the lights dim, soft music playing in the background. Emily felt relaxed, comfortable, safe. She had no idea that her entire world was about to shift in a direction she could never have predicted. Daniel leaned back, took a slow sip of his drink, and gave her that thoughtful look he often wore before saying something serious. Emily assumed it was about work. Maybe he wanted to talk about his upcoming promotion or the stress he was dealing with. Instead, he said something that made her heart stop. Have you ever thought about couple swapping? His voice was casual, almost too calm, as if he had asked her whether she wanted to try a new restaurant. Emily froze. For a moment, she wondered if she had heard him incorrectly. What? She whispered, her pulse thundering in her ears. Daniel repeated the question, this time with an unsettling certainty. I mean, exploring something new, to spice things up. Emily felt as if the room had tilted. Her stomach tightened and her hands went cold. She stared at him, searching his expression for a sign that he was joking. But he wasn't. His eyes were steady, almost excited. Why would you even suggest something like that? She asked, her voice trembling. Daniel shrugged lightly as if it wasn't a big deal. I just think it could be interesting. Lots of couples do it. It's not a betrayal if we agree on it. But to Emily, it felt like betrayal anyway. It felt like a knife pressing against the trust she had spent years building. She tried to understand. Had she done something wrong? Had their marriage lost its spark? Or had he already crossed the line without telling her? For days, Emily couldn't sleep. His words replayed in her mind endlessly. She wondered who had put this idea in his head. Was it a colleague, a friend, or worse, another woman? Every possibility tore into her. She questioned everything: his late nights, the way he checked his phone, the sudden change in his behavior over the past few months. One evening, unable to hold it in any longer, she confronted him again. Daniel, be honest with me. Is there someone else? Daniel sighed heavily. No, Emily, there's no one else. I just want us to be more adventurous. But something in his tone felt off, like he was hiding something beneath layers of rehearsed calmness. Emily had known him long enough to hear the truth buried in silence. Weeks passed and the tension grew thicker, heavier. Emily found herself withdrawing, avoiding his gaze, avoiding conversations that once flowed easily. She felt her heart closing, one door at a time. The suggestion wasn't just disturbing, it revealed something deeper, something frightening. Daniel wasn't just curious. He was already emotionally drifting. One day, while Daniel was in the shower, his phone buzzed. Emily never checked his phone before. She believed in trust, but her hands moved before her mind could stop them. She picked up the phone, her heart pounding. A message glowed on the screen. Did you talk to her? Is she open to it? Emily's body went numb. Her throat tightened so badly she could barely breathe. The sender's name was saved as T. No photo, just a letter. But the message was enough to confirm her worst fears. Daniel hadn't just thought of couple swapping, someone else had encouraged him. Someone who seemed invested. Someone he had talked to before when Daniel stepped out of the bathroom. Emily was sitting on the bed, holding his phone, her face white with disbelief. He froze. Emily, what are you doing? She looked at him with broken eyes. Who is T? His expression shifted from surprise to panic. Emily, it's not what you think, but she cut him off. Then explain it. Explain why someone is asking if I'm open to swapping partners. Explain why you discuss something so intimate with someone else before talking to me. Daniel's silence was louder than any confession. Emily felt something inside her snap. The trust, the warmth, the security, they all crumbled in that moment. Finally, Daniel whispered, T is Tyler, a friend from work. We were talking about relationships. It just came up. Emily stood, trembling. Don't lie to me. I read the earlier messages. She hadn't, but Daniel didn't know that. His eyes widened, a confirmation she hadn't expected. I'm sorry, he said quietly, eyes dropping. I was confused. I didn't mean to hurt you. Emily felt tears burning behind her eyelids. She turned away, unable to look at him. You already did. For the next few weeks, their home became a silent battlefield. They lived together but felt worlds apart. Emily tried to make sense of everything. Was the marriage worth saving? Could she forgive him? Could she ever feel safe again? One night, as she sat alone in the kitchen, Daniel approached slowly. Emily, I've been going to therapy, he said. I needed help understanding why I even suggested something like that. I was lost, emotionally distant, and instead of talking to you, I sought distraction. It was wrong. She looked up, surprised. His eyes were tired, sincere. I want to fix this, he continued. I want us back. Emily didn't respond immediately. She needed time, clarity, healing. Love wasn't enough anymore. Trust had to be rebuilt brick by brick. Months passed. Therapy sessions, long conversations, shared tears, and moments of vulnerability slowly stitched the broken pieces back together. Emily realized something important: love isn't perfect, and people aren't flawless. Sometimes relationships break not because they lack love, but because they lack honesty. Daniel apologized again and again, not with excuses, but with changed behavior. He cut ties with T. He became transparent, open, patient. And slowly, cautiously, Emily began to let him in again. Their marriage didn't return to what it once was. It became something different, something stronger, not untouched by pain, but shaped by it. Because sometimes the test of a relationship isn't how perfect it looks on the outside, but how deeply two people